Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
So, hi everybody. We are here, Naglaa, Elshamy, and me, Donna Fisher, and we are here to put a video out because we actually had a very long conversation yesterday on the film. We didn't even realize we were talking for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours. And it just flowed. It was very lovely. And it seems like our energies, whenever we're together and talking, we have so many downloads that occur and so much energy to share with people. So we wanted to, first of all, introduce you to us for people who don't know us personally or through Facebook. And we wanted to actually announce our workshop and energy healing event, which is occurring on November 2nd, 2019, and is going to be held in Ventnor, New Jersey, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we'll have the link to our Facebook event page and to our Eventbrite link for you to get more information and to register. So just wanted to get that out of the way. So Naglaa, do you want to talk about anything related to that before we move on?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about, what we're doing together here because I know so many have been struggling with the energies, especially during the summer with all the eclipses, all the energetic changes with planetary retrogrades, the different kinds of moons we've been going through Lionsgate, we've been going through a lot. And now, like, actually, we're recording this on Equinox Day, so it's Fall Equinox. It's a major it's a change of season really denotes like a change in the energies, and it's a change, of course, within ourselves. Um, and the angels like really were saying this is a threshold of change. So I feel that's a pretty intense way that they were saying about this. And Donna and I were like, we felt guided to offer that workshop that we're doing on November 2nd because we felt so many are either struggling with some of the energies or just really trying to open themselves up to enjoy the most positive really outcome of a portal or a vortex or a gateway of energy. So we felt like, even going through this equinox energy would be a nice introduction for both of us to really show what's happening currently and open ourselves up to the month of October, and then of course the amazing month of November for all of us with the 11/11 alignment gateway. So I feel that's exactly where we are today.
Yeah, I'm so super excited. And I'm so glad that we put this together. Everything just fell into place. Naglaa reached out to me. We've worked together before in another workshop with other people. We got along very well. And this time it was like, everything just fell into place. The place that we were getting, I was on vacation that week, being able to research all the, different places and talking to people. And, it was just everything lined up. So, and I never, ever probably in most of my life since my awakening in 2012 have been so excited to do something. Like, seriously, it's going to be such a great, great day. And for people who are struggling, like you said, it's a place, it's not only about us. It's definitely not about us. It's about everybody that's there as a collective, because of course we are connected, all of us, and being in the same room with a similar intention of wanting to grow spiritually and energetically, you are just going to feel that. You're going to feel that no matter what, no matter who it is. But collaboratively with our energies together, we are going to, I can already feel it and sense it. It's going to be really, really transforming for not only for everybody there, for you, but for me too. Like, we are going to be pushed to that next level, which is great for the 11/11 gateway that we're moving through. So I've said 2020 is going to be a fantastic year. It's already been a great year this year, but it's going to be even better. So
yeah, so I was downloading some information about when you were saying like we're thinking about what's happening next year and it's going to be a fantastic year for us. Like, this year is a 3-year, so it's a number 3, meaning that we're really working so hard on that balance, the mind, body, and soul balance, where we're really bringing things together and integrating all these 3 aspects of our, of course, and with ether, but really integrating all parts of ourselves together. And Next year is going to be, you know, another interesting year. The 2020 is a 4 year. So the number 4 in the angelic and the numerology, it's about foundation. It's about solid foundations. Just like a chair has, like, for example, like 4 legs, that's like the 4 of wands, because that's what they're showing me right now, the 4 of wands. This is about the solid foundation. But what really happens with 2020 is that, like, what we're doing right now is that we're building for that year. We're building for that new growth, for that solid foundation. And that's why this year it's like, it feels that we're really like we've been, and even with the energies, it's like we've been bombarded with different sides of ourselves. This is like not just a spiritual change, it's also combined with physical changes in our lives. Because guess what? If we're going to build solid foundation, we need all aspects of ourselves really put together. Like mind, body, and spirit, and every aspect, and ether. So it's like 4 sides of yourself, the 4 corners of, you know, that chair or that kind of life. So it's really building for that solid foundation year. And we're going to really enjoy it when we're working so hard this year. And like it, you know, it feels right. It feels things are really coming into place for many of us. And again, no, we're not all the same. We're all working on different kinds of journeys. And sometimes we feel bad that someone, you know, we might be looking at another person, they seem to be going so far ahead. But when we are thinking that we're all one and we're all combined energies, consciousness together, you understand the very powerful role of the individual. And that was one of the things that I was getting more downloads about, is that we tend to forget the power of the individual. Like in that oneness energy, as much as we are part of a collective, you are more powerful than you can ever think about. Like really, really how powerful you are. It's like we're all pieces of a grid. Like we're all keys in that grid around the earth, which means like it doesn't matter what another person is doing, because your role is important for others as much as others have an important role in your life. Which I feel that's really, again and again, we keep working with the union energies in our lives, within ourselves, and, you know, within the collective, because that's part of our understanding that we're not here to compete with each other, but we're here to actually love and support ourselves and each other at the same time.
Absolutely.
Definitely, we're all getting into it.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad you brought that up, because actually that's a sync for me. You know, I had dinner and great conversations last night with dear friends of mine, and we were talking. Of course, I can't just have like a superficial conversation with anybody.
That's a work.
And, you know, I don't know. I'm just kind of like that. You know, you come over my house and we have dinner and we're going to be talking about, you know, pretty deep things, right? So I was saying, you know, we were talking about the workshop and everything. And I said, you know what? You can only change this world by changing yourself. Because yes, we can focus on what's going on out there on the news, all that negativity, you know, things that we don't want to see, which actually I don't really watch the news because of that reason. And well, there's other reasons too, but needless to say that, you know, once you change what's inside of yourself and the energy within you and your energy vibration, everything around you will start to kind of feel that way. So we see life through a different lens. And also, like you said, we're all connected. So for me personally, I know what I'm kind of working on, just like how you're working on certain things and healing events that have occurred in the past with our ancestral wounding, generational patterns that, you know, we don't even know exist within us sometimes. You know, our DNA, and it's been scientifically proven that we absorb trauma and events that have occurred for centuries in our DNA. So I believe that with our shifts and with our healing and with anything that we do for ourselves, we're healing not just for ourselves, but we're healing all of those patterns that people have in their DNAs. So then we're also affecting everybody on this planet. So we were actually talking about that yesterday, like at dinner.
I think that you mentioned that, because personally, even for me, I haven't been doing videos maybe since the month of May. I had my workshop with my beautiful, you know, soul sister Marla, and, you know, our goddess retreat at the time. And literally after that, I could not even do any more videos. I got busy, of course, in the summer with my family and stuff, but like throughout most of the summer, I even went on road trip throughout the, you know, the southern, you know, we had a drive from Massachusetts to Florida and so on. And like I knew my role at the time was really dedicate so much more to the grid energy and working with the grid. And some of us are meant to do that. We're transmuters of generational energies, you know, and as much as we all individually can do it, but like some of us are meant to really focus their energies on that. So, and some are going to focus their energies on other things. So, you know, that part, you know, going through history, going through the past lives or our multidimensional self, our, you know, the possible parallel timelines for us, it was so important because it was like so intense, you know, going through the whole summer. And I'm still doing, you know, more as I keep going because it takes so much energy. Again, it's grid energy. It is, as you said, like our ancestral wounds. And that's what we're really healing, the karma for our generations. Um, and it takes a toll on you and your physical body because you really, I don't know, they're showing me that you're stretching out, like really pulling and expanding with that energy. So when you're really going through that expansion, it's like the skin is expanding, your soul is expanding, your heart chakra is expanding. And the more you do it consciously, it just becomes an easier task, but yet it still takes so much of your energy. So again, you know, we've been thinking like so many of us have been going through that, you know, as you were, you know, we were pulling some cards and you pulled the hermit card because that's where we are. The hermit is not someone who's not living in the outside. He's actually living in the inside, but yet maintains that outside existence. But that hermit means that we're really, really tapping deeper and deeper into who we are. So it's been pretty exciting. I mean, it's exhausting, of course. And we were talking about the energies, and you were, you know, talking about the DNA changes and all the energies coming to us and what we really actually are going through. And I know you have some insight about like feeling, you know, what the bodies are going through and our chakras and all the things that you were talking about before. So, so it's pretty, you know, it's a good time. It's really definitely a good time for us. Like, it's so much better than before. And
Yeah.
many of us have been healing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And like with that whole hermit thing, I think people need to understand that it's okay to feel a certain way, and you may not feel good every day. You may not feel like you want to go out and, you know, smell the roses and take a run or, you know, go play tennis. You may want to just kind of go, you know, stay inside, not be around a lot of people, and just kind of focus on yourself. And that's the hermit, you know. And anything that comes up, you just have to feel it, you know, feel that energy, feel those emotions, anything that comes up, even if you don't know where it's coming from. That's kind of just your body's way of telling you, slow down, go within, relax, and just kind of, you know, release the stuff that's coming up. Because I can tell you from a personal level, you know, summertime was less, you know, oh, it was just pure enjoyment and pure fun. It's a lot of sun energy, you know. It's just, it was a great time. And then all of a sudden, probably like maybe beginning of September, I don't know where we're at, like what was today, the 23rd or something.
It's hard to count days anymore.
Yeah, I kind of forgot, but it's been very like heavy, like a heavy energy that's kind of coming over. And it's not just me. I know, because we've been talking and we've been, you know, I've seen a lot of other people have been feeling this way and they don't know why. So of course, people personalize it, thinking there's something wrong with them within themselves, or, you know, maybe they're depressed, or, you know, and then they, you know, of course, I'm not saying that this could not be depression, but I'm just saying a lot of people are going through these shifts. And sometimes people take things and they feel like the quick fix is to go on a medication or something, or to, you know, another distraction, whether it's alcohol or drugs or something, to feel better instantaneously. But it's actually, what we're going through is, you have to be able to kind of face whatever it is that is coming up inside your body in order to be able to feel better. So I'm one of those people who want to feel good all the time, yes, but, you know, like, I just listen to my body, and if I want to take a nap, or I want to go kind of lay down for a little bit, not even to actually, you know, sleep, but I just need to kind of slow my mind down, I actually do feel better, whether it's just a little better or a lot better. But I know definitely, like, the next day, I'm like, sometimes I'm feeling really good. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there, that it's not like, you know, when you are spiritually or energetically on a higher level vibration wise, and you're feeling a lot of love, and you're feeling like, you know, everything's going great in your life and everything's kind of lining up, you still get your moments, you know. It's just that maybe those, and it's just actually the work that you're doing for not only yourself but other people, right? Because you could be also absorbing energy from other people that are around you, or like we talked about, the stuff that's in your DNA that's trying to empty out, so it makes room for all those new light codes that are coming in.
Yeah.
So,
and the other thing that I was getting also while you're talking is that many of us are being pushed to make positive changes in life. So because in the summer, even before Lionsgate, we were going through these eclipse season, and it was such a karmic ending, because we're ending karmic cycles. Like when you're ending a karmic cycle that has been going on for generations, or even, you know, even your own generations, like your own past lives, it just takes so much of your energy. But for you to really be able to go through all that stuff, the universe is also pushing the new changes. And it's funny, like I was just looking at the numbers, getting 555s here, like, you know, on the clock, that you are also being pushed to make physical changes in your life. It could be in your physical body, what you eat and how much you sleep and how you care for your body itself. You know, because if that's the vehicle that we're living in, you're living in that body. And again, you know, the more your DNA is clearing up, your body needs different kinds of foods, different kinds of energies. If you're smoking, if you drink too much, or you have like not unhealthy habits that how you deal with your body, it's like it's not going to go through. And I think even with the retrograde action that we're really facing is like, you have to make a change. You're going to see your body acting up like, okay, this is something you need to care of, you know, for whatever your body's really telling you. It's time to make a positive change, because you can't go on with an ascension and a spiritual ascension without your body's physical side actually going through that same kind of ascension mentality, getting rid of the old so you can replace it with new and better habits. And I feel like each person, you know exactly what you need to do. So it's not really to push a specific diet, or, I mean, a healthy diet is a healthy diet. It's known, like you're going to eat healthy foods and less sugar, less salt, all that, you know, eat more veggies, you know, all these stuff. But again, you're going to know what works best for your body at that moment in time. Because maybe in a year or two from now, your body starts to change and it wants you to go on a different kind of diet. So just work with the energies of what your body is really trying to tell you. And I keep getting two chakras that are really going through intense changes right now. It's like your root and your sacral chakras. Like it's, and I saw a vision maybe sometime earlier this year, which really showed me these two chakras going through intense healing. You know, our sense of foundation, and also our sense of our creative self, you know, which is the sacral. So these definitely are going through a lot of major changes. I mean, we're always going through changes with all our chakras and upgrades. These two, I feel, I don't know why they keep coming right now, which makes me feel these are really intense right now.
Well, that makes sense, because, you know, we sometimes can get those, not only do we sense it, but we actually get energy, or we feel like a something going on down there in those chakras. You know, we kind of sense that there is something, definitely the energies are kind of swirling around, and I've been feeling the same way. So that makes a lot of sense, you know.
Yeah.
But for as far as the what kind of we were talking about, and not to kind of get too ahead of ourselves, but I just want to kind of bring up what we talked about yesterday. And what we see for October is such a positive shift and a positive change.
Much needed after the intense summer, and oh my God, September, like we definitely need that change.
Yeah. And I just see like there's a lot of love and focus on relationships and sacred partnerships. And, you know, and it actually, you know, like we said, it all starts within yourself. So the more work that you've been doing on yourself, and to kind of clear all those past wounds of whether it's childhood, or like we talked about ancestral wounding, anything that we've done to ourselves is going to reflect in our outer relationships. Yeah. And we saw like it's a big focus on that push to have the people that we were meant to have in our lives are kind of coming together physically. you know, because energetically they are there. They are there with us. And a lot of us can feel that. We can feel the energies of, you know, our sacred partner with us. But it seems like, you know, with, I guess, the Libra energies that we're coming into with October and all these shifts is kind of pushing us and bringing us together and focusing on that love and that passion. So
definitely. I mean, I know that we were pulling cards earlier, and even the cards that I'm seeing right now, like when I was asking about really what we're going through, and I got El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love. And this is a really good confirmation that we're getting rid of the old people, situations, and karmic ties. So we're really pushing forward with so much presence. And at the same time, like sometimes before when we used to do this clearing, we felt unsure of our steps because we don't have that bigger picture. So it's a pretty scary step. But I'm feeling right away with this now is like we're consciously doing it, but we're not afraid. Like we know this is the right thing for me. This, like, I'm not going to be afraid about, you know, maybe what other people might think or how is this going to play out. It's like, and it's funny because the bottom of the deck was faith, humanity and benevolence, stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world, which I really feel is like we're doing it with faith. And recently, I know when I was channeling something about the 9-9 gateway, I said this is going to be a test for our faith. What does it mean? It's like taking a leap of faith without, it's like really taking a leap of faith with a lot of faith, not really thinking that, oh my God, what am I doing? I know I have to do it, but I'm really scared. Like we're doing it knowing that we are safe in that choice. So I feel that's amazing for us right now. It's like we're becoming more empowered in our journey. So
absolutely. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, well, you know what, this was the first card that pulled out, you know, and I was like, yeah.
Hey, why not? Union energies.
Union energies and new beginning and love and emotional fulfillment. So it's all, everything's lining up. Everything is coming into love. And yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, we all have, like you said, our own unique personal journeys, you know, that we have to get through. But the universe does help everybody, and it's the energies, you know, and if you flow with the energies and you listen to your body and you listen to, I'm saying listen, but if you are more in tune with everything that's going on, you will get pushed. And you know what, when something doesn't feel right to you, if it doesn't feel good, like, you know, a situation, a person, a job or something, and it's been like not feeling good for a long time, you know, because you want to make sure, you know, that you're not just kind of like tossing something to the curb, right? Especially if, you know, you've had this in your life for a long time. I understand that it's very difficult. You know, we talk about attachments, you know, and sometimes, you know, it takes a while for you to be able to detach from these old programs. So it's not easy, but I just feel like, you know, the universe has been pushing, like you said, for people to actually move into more of their authentic soul selves. And that means that if you're holding on to any of those things that no longer resonate or feel good in your life, you are kind of like, they're going to fall off, you know, whether you are trying to struggle and resist that, something is going to happen in your life. And it's just going to kind of be like, it's going to collapse like a tower energy. You're just going to have no choice. But wouldn't it be so much better that if you just kind of went with the energy and not had to have all of those things happen to you? Like, you just kind of do it more in a, not only say in a controlled way, but kind of in a way that it's a little bit more peaceful energy, and to end those things that no longer really were meant to stay in your life, because some things just aren't meant to be forever. We're all growing and changing and shifting, and we're moving into these relationships that are more not based in 3D. We're based in a heart, more of a heart unconditional love relationship or connection, you know. So it is the energies that are just kind of pushing that karmic cycle to come to an end. And I am really excited to see what that brings for everybody, you know. And it could be scary, I understand, for a lot of people to be able to you know, kind of move on to that next level. But I can tell you that once you do that, everything else opens up into your life, because you will be supported by the universe. You really will. If you're aligned in your true soul, authentic purpose, and the reason why you're here, and you're living in your truth and power, you're not gonna be defeated in any means. So, you know, that courage, like we talked about, is coming to those people who really struggled with that and who really struggled with change in their lives. So
it's funny that they said the path the path of least resistance, and I was being reminded of another card that I had. It's free flowing, like the river flows, which I feel like, you know, when you see something, you're struggling so much with something in your life, that's your ego struggling with you letting go and really letting your control. Like, you know, you don't have to control everything, how you want it to happen, how you expect it to happen, and the timing of you want it to happen. That's how you resist. That's the ego really acting up, because it wants you to be in that 3D flow, because it's easy, it's predictable, it's the logical mind. But as you're really awakening and ascending, you are really tapping in that higher vibration of the flow of the universe, because everything in the universe flows easily together. They work in harmony. Like a tree is going to grow. It doesn't really worry about what the other tree is doing. The star is, you know, the sun is going to be shining. It's like they're moving in harmony. They're not fighting with each other. They're working in absolute harmony, and it's flowing. And that's really how you're going to feel with these energies, because whatever you really struggled with throughout the summer, you're learning, okay, you know what? It's my time now to let my sword down and stop resisting what I'm going through. And I was pulling some cards about what is it that we are, and especially like today is an equinox day, so that it's helping us. The more we have these positive thoughts, it's like we're pushing forward into a new energy. The card that I got about what we're really releasing right now, what we're really healing is, I mean, the first card I got, awakening. So for me, it is a sign that we are having this awakening presence like that, which is exactly like the first card, is like we're opening our mind, meaning that we are deciding not to resist how we feel, not to resist, especially for those who have been really holding on so much to the pain, especially from your divine partner. If you're holding on to that pain so much, it's like, no, I mean, the universe is pushing you to let it go. You really need to let go of that memory of the pain, because you are awakening and consciously choosing to say, you know what, I'm not going to resist how I feel about my divine partner. It doesn't matter whether you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, because we are one. Whatever they're feeling, we are also feeling the resistance to it, or the harmony of it. And we're awakening to that connection in so many bigger ways. So it's been really reaffirming, and I love that card because it's got so many roses in it. And you know, for me, that's a significance of awakening to the love within, and that love that you either resisted, because again, yeah, divine feminine energies resist that love just as much as we think that the divine masculine are resisting the love, or he's not paying attention, or she's not paying attention to me, because it doesn't matter what gender you are, you still carry that same energies. And believe it or not, a lot of the, I'm going to say women, or some who carry the feminine energy, think that they know better than their divine masculine. And we don't know better than them. We are absolutely equal. So I feel that's both sides deciding to let go of their resistance and just, okay, here it is. It is what it is. You know, we're opening up to that presence. So yeah, I mean, that's amazing. The second card I got was grace, which is, again, it's a free flowing, opening your heart to enjoying that connection. Again, and the third card I got was release. So we're definitely having to release. And I got the outcome that we are actually going to, like, after we're going through all these energies, the outcome that I got was truth, which is, I think it's a card that two people seeing eye to eye. So we're really seeing more truth about really what was happening. Whether in our mind we think that our, you know, divine partner has abandoned us, they have left us, they have betrayed us, they have cheated on us, or they have, you know, maybe in a way chose somebody else over us, we're going to see the truth of why things had to happen that way. And, or if you know it, like, you're going to see it in a bigger perspective. And again, the outcome would be love, you know, but it's the same, like you were getting the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I was getting this cards on my side. So it's a pretty beautiful energy to go in. You know, we're going to relax a little bit and just, you know, have some, you know, good Libra, you know, Venus energies coming in, because we really need, you know, more of that. And again, it just really depends on your path. If you still have resistance towards love, you're going to be shown that. And if you're more open, your heart chakra is more open to things, then you're also going to see that. So I feel very positive about the coming energies, definitely, that we're working on right now.
Yes, yes. And like we said, I got this here, the dedicated effort. So it's definitely showing that we're all working together. And like we said, the divine masculine and feminine energies, we all have them within ourselves. So anything that we do to bridge the gap between the two and try to kind of harmonize them, because I don't think they're ever going to be totally 50-50 equal. Because if you came here in a certain energy, but you came here more of a divine feminine energy, you might be like 51%, and your divine masculine might be 49%.
Like that,
right?
I think it's a good percentage.
Yeah, and then you kind of fluctuate depending on where everything is. But, you know, as long as you kind of stay more in balance and you're able to utilize those energies for your, you know, highest good and for the highest good for everybody else, you will feel that connection. You won't feel like you need it from somebody else. You will feel like you already have that energetically within yourself. And then your divine partner is stepping forward and moving into their authentic power and balancing themselves as well. And it's kind of like that synergy that you have with this other person that you were, you know, I call it that you're made for, you know, the person that came here to be with you in this fifth dimensional heart consciousness type of connection is coming together, and the energy that you feel is just, you're already feeling really good. But then when you're together physically, it's just, everybody feels it. It's like astronomical, I say, synergistic. Yeah. So yeah. So I just kind of wanted to mention that as well.
Yeah. So. Definitely see that. And I feel sometimes that we have to let go of our expectations of how we want things to manifest in our lives. That's one huge lesson that many of us are learning, is how to let it go. Like, let go of how you want it to manifest at what time. I personally, you know, we all have to go through this, like, you know, because we are meant, like, we live in the 3D world, which everything is by time, you know, at this time you're going to do that, at that time you're going to do that, and you should expect this. So, but again, we need the 3D a little bit, because how we can organize a collective energy together, like how we're going to drive, how we, you know, we're going to fly from one place to that. We need that also. But in our connections with heart-based connections, it's those sacred unions, you really have to be in your spirit, because we are here to really bridge that gap between the spirit world and the physical world. We have to keep bringing that energy down and manifest it first in spirit, and then, you know, work our way towards that physical manifestation of it. But again, when you're working with spirit, you can't, like, it, you cannot put it in a little container in your mind. That logical mind is going to put it in a smaller container than what truly it is. Like, you know, see how our souls are vast and so multidimensional. We can't really think in our little minds, this is where it should be. So we really have to allow it to open itself up to what is best for it. Like, let it choose its own container in a way, which is an unlimited container, you know, whatever, how that is going to manifest with that kind of, you know, symbolic meaning.
While you were saying that, I got, don't force it. So basically you're saying, or they're saying that don't force anything to happen. It'll all kind of fall into its place as long as you're not trying to control an outcome or control, you know, anybody else around you. You know, you can only do so much as you do for yourself. So yeah, don't force anything to happen. It's all kind of lining up the way it should be. The only thing you can do is focus on yourself and your own, you know, healing, and how to come into your best authentic self. So,
and one thing to understand is, because sometimes, you know, we get into the hype of energies, like, you know, whatever we read in the media, oh, this gateway is going to be this moon is the most powerful moon of the whole year. Well, guess what? Every single moon has its own power. But what's really important about or a gateway or a portal or vortex, whatever the names of all these energies. I personally know that, you know, from all the things that I understand from spirit is that energies are always, they're always going to be coming to us. And the right energy would be right for us at that moment in time. So it could be like a new moon of new beginnings in careers, for example. But for you personally in your own life, you're not ready for that new career. So you really have to go within with that hermit kind of card. I know that you pulled, like with that kind of energy to really understand where you are in your own life. And also to be like being more conscious about how to use the energy for your advantage. And I feel that's, you know, even when we're, you know, for us to do that, you know, our workshop in November is really to help you and help whoever is guided to go to the workshop, is to help you get ready for the 1111 gateway. You know, and even the guide said it is an alignment gateway. So it's going to help us become more in alignment with our true soul, true authentic self, with our true path. So it's like helping us discard. There's a lot of releasing going to be happening, but again, your body and your soul need to be ready for that. So you can actually use the energy and really benefit from that wave of energy coming in. Because if you're not ready to it, and no matter what it happens, you're still going to benefit from it when you're ready. It's like your body already stored it, but you're not ready. So when you're ready, it's going to start playing it back like a recorded tape. But either, you know, but if you're going through it and you're ready for it, becomes the most powerful. It's like what they're saying right now is when you're ready for an energy gateway, like energetically, spiritually get ready for it, it helps you choose a higher timeline or a higher vibrational energy. And the reason why you want to be in a higher vibrational energy is because this is the energy where you manifest anything you want, anything you desire, and anything that is soul related. So if you desire a better partnership in love, you are ready to manifest it. It helps you reach the vibration when you're ready to manifest it. If you want a better career, a better job, you know, better, you know, home environment, anything that you really want to manifest that is true to your soul, when you're going through that gateway and you're ready for the energy, it's like a big push forward because you have activated your soul to be in your body and your life and you're conscious of it. So you're ready to move into that higher timeline. You're choosing a higher path for yourself. So instead of going to door A that is going to take you maybe to a job that pays $10,000 a year, you're going to choose door B, which will take you to a job that's going to pay you $20,000. You know, I'm just giving hypothetical numbers, you know, examples, of course, but it's like that's what it means to go on a higher timeline. Like you're consciously able to be provided with the opportunity to choose the better door, the better opportunity for yourself. So you're ready to go into that. As they're saying now, like they're saying, it's equinox, a threshold of change, that threshold of change. So it's really, I like, they're really, you know, they're really showing us how we're becoming more empowered in what we're doing in our divine partnerships. And, you know, of course, in our physical lives that we're also here to live our missions, our life purpose as well.
Yeah. And I keep saying, you know, when you were talking, what I saw is the actual swirling of energy, whether it looks like a portal, but it's like a tunnel and people walking through it. And it doesn't start, it's not just like, you know, you're going in it on 11/11. You actually have already started going through it. And being that there was a reason why we chose November 2nd, you know, I kind of fell into place, I think. Yeah. You know, I think that it just was a wonderful time period because you're planting those seeds and you're getting ready to kind of totally walk through, because some people maybe kind of just getting their feet wet and they won't totally go through. They won't use those energies to go through because they're still too afraid. There's still fears that come up to be able to kind of move into their authentic selves, because maybe they're not facing what they need to face within themselves and they don't accept themselves fully for who they are or for whatever reason. So it's kind of like I see that people are going through it and it's like maybe like a couple weeks before and then a couple weeks later. So it's not just like, you know, it's just this one day that this gateway is, this portal is here. It's kind of, we're walking through. And I just kind of, I saw it. I saw like the swirls of energy kind of going through. And you know what? I just want people to be able to feel that love and that passion for life, you know. And in order to do that, you really just have to kind of just do it and step through and hammer away those things that are no longer meant to be in your life. Just kind of get rid of it. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to mention that I'm seeing that so people don't think that it's just this one day. It's like you said, everything has its place. Every moon has its, energies that they're associated with it. And today's the equinox and it brings another energy through. But it's almost like I just see that it's kind of, it's kind of like a continuous process, but everything leads up to you being able to get through it and getting through to the end of the portal, and going to the other side. So, and that's where like your best life awaits you, really is. And then it's not even done then. It's just you keep going, right?
That's the expanse. That's really the expansiveness of our souls and our universe. Like there's no limit. And again, if you think that you are going to be expanding, for example, into becoming a rich person, that's not spiritual way. You're going to be expanding into happiness and abundance. And that expansion, abundance is being abundant in love, being abundant in being provided for. Because spirit way is not about having so much money in the bank. That's not the spiritual way. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to be provided for, but it really means that if that's your goal, then it's a 3D goal. It's not going to go through. If that's not your true path.
Right.
So, I know we were talking just about that. It's like the more you really are there to service, for service for humanity, or opening, you were just saying that service to humanity is just, you're going to be provided for. But what I wanted to explain more again to people is what is an energy gateway? What is the vortex? What is a portal? The portal, as you said, is not a one-day event. It is a time where the energy intensifies, and it's depends of course on the portal, but it's a time before it and it's a time after. It's like that segment in time, really, that the energy intensifies, or that kind of energy is there for us. So the door is opened for a while, like you're getting those downloads. Maybe it peaks around the 11/11 day, but I feel the energy's peaking usually for myself a few days even before the 11/11. I've already peaked in what I need. But again, your journey is very specific to you. Mm-hmm. So really it's a time where that energy is going to be available for all of us to really work with. So it's a good, time for us to align. And I like, even when we chose November 2nd, it was just guided by spirit for us, because it was interesting, because it's going to be right after a new moon, and there's going to be a Mercury retrograde. I know Mercury for us scares all of us. And then we know technology, communication, all these different things. But for me, when there's something I'm afraid of, I have to face it. If I don't face my fear with it and understand what it's really trying to show me, then, it's going to be living as a fear for me. But Mercury has got a bad reputation, but it is one of our most intense allies in this journey, because it's going to show us our communication skills. Communication is not just about, for example, communicating with another person, but how we communicate to ourselves. So it's a pretty intense time going with that new moon, and going through that retrograde and coming out of other retrogrades. So it's like when if you're going to be in alignment by 11/11, then your communication has to be authentic and in different ways within yourself and outside. And no matter how much sometimes we get stuck in our own thinking, we don't really see the bigger picture. And that's why when you have your tribe around you, it's not just be about you and I, but it really, when you're connected with your soul tribe, they're able to give you that loving environment, so you can open your heart and open your mind to something you're not seeing. Because none of us, no matter how intensely connected you are to the spirit world, you don't know it all. We're just all keys in that whole perspective. And it's nice to see other perspectives and see how that resonates with us, because sometimes we're not seeing the full picture. And
Absolutely.
I know we always that's one of our lessons too.
Yeah, no, when you're talking about it, like I know, like I sense this, that there's going to be so much healing taking place and so many transformations taking place. And even within my own body, even within myself. So this is not just for everybody else. And, you and I are, coming together. We're just going to be talking up there for 8 hours. Man, I don't think I could talk for that long anyway. There's going to be so many things it's going to be very It's going to be it's like a collaboration, we're going to be everybody's going to be participating in their own way, and it's not going to be one of those things where you feel like, you know what, I can't wait to get out of here. Actually, I feel the opposite. It's like, okay, afterwards, well, maybe we'll kind of meet up somewhere, it'll be kind of one of those things, because nobody's going to want to leave. It's going to be such a powerful, right? I know.
It's like, just to bring it lighthearted here, like when we did the Twin Flames together events, Dio, Marla, all, Kalina, Deb, all, when we did the Twin Flames together events, it's so hard to leave. It's seriously, because you feel, it's the same thing like when you're leaving your divine partner. When you're leaving your twin, it's like, I can't leave my twin. And so we were just talking about, even though our twins are other people, like outside of that group, it's like leaving each other is like, you feel that sense of kind of separation, anxiety, I can't leave my tribe. They know me. I know I'm home. So it's interesting, but we always come back. And
we always do. Yeah.
And it's such an uplifting and expansive experience to be with your tribe, whether it's in our workshop or in another workshop that you resonate with, and our brothers and sisters are doing so much, in our environment, with the Twin Flames and sacred partners and sacred unions. And really, it just depends on your whatever is available for you, whatever you feel guided to, and whatever you resonate with. Everybody's doing a great job within themselves, and to help each other, and to really, really, awaken to our divine presence. It's a beautiful thing to go through.
Well, I just wanted to mention the last time we did the workshop together, and I don't know when it was, but when we were there,
it was in 2017.
Okay, so the energy was so amazing afterwards, even though it was like actually just so much higher in my body and in my energy field, that I remember walking through the forest with my dog, and all of a sudden, it wasn't like this huge tree, but this tree just like, and it wasn't windy, it wasn't stormy. This tree just kind of snapped and just, fell down. I was like, okay, it was just the strangest thing. And I just felt all this Kundalini energy just kind of more so rippling through my body, which I get a lot of anyway, but it just brings that all out. And I also just wanted to mention, since we were talking about not wanting to leave and stuff, that we are going to be holding this optional dinner event kind of meeting. It's like a meetup to kind of informally meet with everybody at your own expense. And we'll have that actually posted on our Facebook event page as to what time we're doing it, which restaurant, where it's located. We'll also provide some, information, a link to the restaurant if it's something that you're called to do. That's going to be Friday, November 1st. And the space is going to be limited, unfortunately, because we can't have like 100 people there. I mean, we'd have to like book the whole restaurant.
I know we would love to have all the tribe together.
I know. I mean, I would love to have that, but I know it's just kind of like logistically it wouldn't work. So we'll have to put a cap on it, and we'll figure out how we can handle, as far as like how people RSVP and stuff like that. So we'll be having that information coming forward probably in the next week or so. And then we'll also we talked about having an optional event on Sunday, November 3rd, because we're right on the beach, hopefully it's nice weather. I mean, it's beautiful now. Like I'm down here, it's, September, 78 on the beach. I mean, I'm not saying that's the way it's going to be in November 3rd, but, I believe it'll be still mild, maybe you'll probably need a jacket and, pants or something. You're not going to be sunbathing or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
I'd love to be sunbathing in November. Yeah. Be bad for the climate change, but I'm I come from Egypt, so it's like I love my sun. I can't get away from my sun. But yeah, I mean, Sunday even event, it's like free. We just want to enjoy our tribe. We want to enjoy our time together, and again, not just time wasted, but we are going to be seeing what we're guided to do at the time, whether with meditating or more healing things that we're going to be doing, or just meditating together. We really want, this weekend to be another transformative weekend for us and for everybody else with us. Like we're really excited and hoping, we'll see how, the weather cooperates, of course, or what we feel guided to do that day. Yeah. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, so even though our workshop's only one day, this one anyway, it is actually pretty much like we're doing a whole weekend of different things. So yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be an awesome time. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're
So
very excited. So we're going to be leaving information about both of us, with this video details, and we're going to put information about our upcoming workshop. And again, we are free flowing. Donna and I were very free flowing with everything. If you have questions for any of us, please feel free to do so. I mean, we'd love to do more even videos together. I know we're very excited about, helping the collective in different ways, and, answering questions or getting more into what help we can also provide. Pretty sure, you're open to that as well, Donna.
absolutely.
So, I mean, you post so much on your page, and I post things, and it's like, we want to be able to be there, to be who we meant to be and what we're guided to do from spirit, So I guess with this, we're going to get ready for, enjoy the day today and enjoy the equinox, whether it's a fall equinox in the northern hemisphere, or you guys are lucky ones, getting into spring in the southern hemisphere. We'll send blessings to everyone, and get going with let's see what the Two of Cups is going to show us.
Yeah, right. And also, I think that they'll be able to comment on the bottom of this, maybe somewhere. So if there's some questions that people have, if you want to make a comment under the video link, or even email us, we'll have our contact information there. If there's something that anybody wants to see us present in the next video or answer some kind of question, that's also fine as well, right? That's we're good with that.
Yeah, we want, we're very accessible, so
yeah,
if you feel guided to reach out to any one of us, we'll be happy, or if something we don't know how to do, we'll definitely direct you to the right person who's gonna
that's right.
But we'll anyway, I think it's Equinox Day. Let's
enjoy it.
It's New England weather, so we're just gonna have to take the nice day today and energies. So I send you love. It was nice to see you today, and it
was nice talking to you as always.
Happy Equinox.
Yes, and we'll see you all pretty soon. Okay, hope to see you at the workshop, and we'll be coming forward with more information as we move on. So, all right,
bye.
Bye.